They go on water just to make people smile. They go through the bush path just to make sure that communities are developed. They engage with governments and high key stakeholders just to make sure that they make people happy. Sometimes they get sick, kidnapped, even threatened. Yet they enhance the voices of the vulnerables, persons with disabilities, women, youth, boys, and girls. They take the message to the grassroots, but their voices are not heard. Voiceless Voices gives us a platform to hear and share the stories behind community development. I am Josiah, your anchor. Join us on our social media platform to hear the stories behind these community development. So I woke up one morning, one morning afternoon, but I woke up one of this day, and the next thing I got on WhatsApp was, I think this attendance is not M&E compliant. Please look at it for me. And I did, and truly it was not. That was the message from the person that I will be interviewing today. You know, when you see success stories like this, you're so happy and so smiling. So let's dive into it. Voiceless Voices, also platform to hear and share the stories behind community development. Join us on our social media platform to hear the stories behind these community development. Tell us about yourself. I would have told them your name, but no, tell us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Josiah Egbilika, my amiable teacher.
Okay.
Well, my name is Sirekara Fyneface.
Yeah.
And I was, a trainee in the just concluded MCS capacity training. And I must say that I learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was equipped, looking at it from an etymological perspective.
Exactly, and that's how they know him in the class. He has started.
I actually had nothing to offer in the NGO world, so to say.
Okay.
But after being opportuned to be trained in that MCS capacity training,
yeah.
I became very equipped. I became knowledgeable. I became aware of what should be and what shouldn't be, and that was how I today could be a staff of an organization.
Now, so let's put it up. You went straight up to the organization and you saw what they are using, and immediately something happened.
Yeah.
Walk us through it.
Well, it's an organization that has been functioning, and that has to tell us the importance of the MCS training, because truly it builds the capacity of organizations. I remember one of your words that says that if the staffs are built, if the capacity of the staffs are built, the organization capacity is built. So when I came into the organization, I found out that the capacity of the staffs were not built. And so there was a lot of errors and, malfunctions, such as the attendance I, drew your attention to.
Yeah.
Owing to the fact that you made us understand the importance of donors, the importance of accountability, transparency, and, being time bound. So when I looked at the attendance, I found out that it devoided of all that. It was devoided of all that information, and I read the MOA between them and the donor, and they rightly stated that they were going to be inclusive, so to say. They were going to be inclusive, which has to do with the people with disability and a whole lot of things like that. But on the attendance, it was lacking.
Yeah.
And so I also remember vividly you informed us that there was need for us to keep to our words with the donors and the local organizations.
Yes, yes.
And that some donors can go as far as making a head count. And I also remember you told us about the importance of taking pictures and videos because they can ask for such and do a head count. So if I now came to the fact that if such was done in this organization, then they would have been faulted. Their image would have been darkened. Owing to the fact that on the attendance there is no inclusiveness, which is a GACI, right? Gender equality and social inclusion. Wasn't
it still has it.
It wasn't there. So it's marred their image. And
so let's still go to it. How's the organization right now? I know you just came into the organization just how many days now?
Just few months now.
How has the change?
Well, the change has been very drastic, actually. The reason why I said the change has been drastic is because the organization was suffering from incapacity.
Obiala?
Yeah, on the grounds that most of the staffs that were there had no knowledge or understanding of how the NGO world runs.
Oh.
And so they were just, there for, salary sake and not projecting the image of the organization, I suppose.
Right now, I believe that with what you brought in, the capacity of the organization is going higher.
Yes.
And their eyes are open.
Yes.
So have they changed the attendance sheet?
Yes, of course. I personally changed it.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. So that's even a good one. Now, let me take you back to the training because I know there was a lot of arguments.
Yeah.
The person we introduced, Kelechi, was what's his name again?
The Gift, Melu Barrow, Josiah Ejit, a whole lot of them.
These are the argumentators. Okay, so
logical argumentators, so to say.
Argumentators, exactly. And it helped. Now let me do this. What was your best moment in the capacity training?
Well, one of my best moments were the fact that I was taking on the importance of teamwork. Yes, because I learned I was trained from a department where we value teamwork a lot, group work and all that. That teaches us a lot of teamwork. And so during the training there was a lot of pair learning, grouping, where we were able to practicalize the all what we've learned so far. And the participants and the trainees were actually very helpful, very brilliant and understanding, very cooperative, and that alone taught me teamwork. And looking at it from the angle of my current position in the organization I'm serving as a program manager, that's a whole lot for me. It helps me to achieve a lot.
It's really a whole lot knowing that you're coming from the place of knowledge and you're meeting from the place of maybe low knowledge. And then you need to also bring them together to ensure you achieve your goal.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's do this. Who was your best facilitator? I know I'm laughing because I know what will happen here.
Well, I can't actually come to the conclusion of who was the best or not. The most important thing and what I came to understand is I was there to acquire knowledge.
Yes. Yeah, I know you were saying.
And frankly speaking, I acquired knowledge. So I can't rate anybody as the best.
No, I actually did that to, put you on the spot, really. All right, so that's good. Now, what have been your challenges so far? Looking at the fact that you have gained us and now you are in a new environment, what are the challenges that you are passing through, or maybe you feel that you will pass through?
Okay.
And how do you think it can be mitigated?
Okay, some of my challenges is in my first challenge is the fact that M&E is actually very demanding, mentally demanding, and it demands a whole lot of brainstorming to arrive at it professionally, so to say. You know, you are a professional, so you know what I'm saying.
I just did my work.
You were my rabbi, so I can proudly say that you are a professional.
So give God praise.
It takes a lot of brainstorming. So that's actually a challenge if you cannot discipline yourself to, you know, brainstorm properly to ensure you arrive at the accurate write-ups and, you know, and volumes. Yeah. And as a program manager, you know, we deal on timelines and, you know, yeah. So that M&E, you know, helped me to, you know, channel to like incorporate my programs into a time-bound segments that can help me to, you know, attain those activities and bring them to fruitivity.
I see that. I see that. So, are there moments that you wish shouldn't happen in developing communities? Have you faced any antagonistic attitude? Have you got into those moments where you just feel like, "But I'm actually doing this thing for you people. I'm doing it for your betterment. Why are you against me?" Have you come to those moments before? Can you share one or two, or maybe three at a time with it?
Well, I can, you know, link that to my first encounter on the field as the program manager of my current organization.
Okay.
Being on the field, I think the people were wrongly orientated about the projects and what they are supposed to benefit in the project, and so it led to a lot of low turnouts. They couldn't turn out, and they were those that were educated were claiming to be illiterates. So they were wrongly orientated, and you know, but I saw them, you know, fighting on a mere t-shirt, you know, trying to, you know, cut my hand and, you know, be very violent and aggressive on a mere t-shirt when something bigger is coming. And it was due to the orientation that the person whom I can, of course, rightly say he's a stakeholder, you know, gave them the wrong information and wrong orientation, and they acted, you know, wrongly.
And that's one of the challenges.
Yeah,
that's one of the challenges community developers face, especially when you have someone in the community that's supposed to give the right information to the people, and they, you know, take it something, they say something different.
Yeah.
And it's good for organizations, community developers, to try everything possible to ensure that they pass the right information to the beneficiaries, as often will say, the right holders, so that they will be on the same platform. What has this, you know, taught you? What have you learned from this?
I've actually learned a lot. It has taught me incorporation, collaboration, and partnership. And my position as the program manager, I must communicate with the stakeholders, the beneficiaries, the community involved, you know, ensuring that things are working as swiftly as possible. So another thing I discovered that is a big challenge was an exclusion, actually. An exclusion. The project was for two communities, but the particular community where the program is holding seems to have excluded the other community. And the fact that they are excluded was a challenge to me when I came in, because in the MOA I read, the both communities were, you know, vividly mentioned. They were mentioned clearly. And now, you know, on the field, I'm seeing a different, just one community. And I asked questions, and they were telling me, they were giving me information that I'm not happy with. And I've discussed with my ED, and I've told him that we are changing that, and we are going to work to ensure the inclusion of the both communities, so as not to dent the image of our
organization. And this came because of the knowledge
I gained from the MCS training. Yeah, it built my capacity enough to have arrived at that.
Ofere and Odudu will be
Yes.
so happy right now.
Yes.
What do you have to say to them? And of course, Oxfam will just be nodding their heads.
Well,
Maybe I'm seeing the executive director of Oxfam just nodding his head right now.
Well, Ofure and Ududu, they did a wonderful job. You know, looking at it from my first comments, I said that etymologically, I never had any background to operate in the NGO world. So, but right now, of course, from what I've said so far, you've seen that there is a progress, and that was the essence of the training.
True.
So, Ofure and Odudu Development Center has actually done a very wonderful job by building my capacity to have been able to, you know, arrived at the position I am right now. Because without that training, there is no way I would have boldly accepted the position of a program manager in an NGO of which I don't know my left and my right.
That's true. Let's give the flowers to those that deserve it. Credit to Oxfam.
Yeah, I want to thank Oxfam and CISLAC.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, because without them, you know, investing in that training, there wouldn't have been any way they would have raised a young man like me to have functioned in the NGO world today.
Yeah.
So that was a great investment that is very futuristic, owing to the fact that I'm a youth and I am the future. So that's why I said it's a futuristic investment. So I want to really thank them and, you know, commend them for, you know, sponsoring Ududu and Ofure to have raised young people like us in the society to, you know, impact and build organizations to rise for a better society.
I think we will not do something like this. So just do a pledge. So like put your hands.
All right.
And I say, I pledge to do my bit in the development of communities and ensure communities are developed. And of course, so he just come here. We've inaugurated him right now. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a nice time talking with you, Fyneface.
Thank you, sir.
And it's also good to know that we have success stories, or rather, Oxfam, CISLAC, Ofure, Odudu, you know, have success stories. And not just me, all the facilitators also have success stories, because your success story is everybody's
encompassing.
Exactly. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
And this is where we will call it a wrap for this episode of Voiceless Voices. My name is Josiah Ebileka. Keep on the space. We have more and more episodes coming your way. Bye for now.
They go on water just to make people smile. They go through the bush path just to make sure that communities are developed. They engage with governments and high key stakeholders just to make sure that they make people happy. Sometimes they get sick, kidnapped, even threatened. Yet, they enhance the voices of the vulnerables, persons with disabilities, women, youth, boys, and girls. They take the message to the grassroots, but their voices are not heard. Voiceless Voices gives us a platform to hear and share the stories behind community development. I am Josiah, your anchor. Join us on our social media platform to hear the stories behind these community development.